Success is no shortcuts. It is earned through hard work and dedication. Kaya't kung gusto natin magtagumpay, we better start today and strive hard. Magandang araw, Go Negosyantes! Welcome sa isa na namang araw na puno ng inspirasyon at practical business tips. Ako po si Michelangelo, ang kasama ninyo sa pagtuklas ng mga winning Go Negosyo attitudes ng ating mga small and medium entrepreneurs. Dito lang yan sa SME Go, powered by Go Negosyo.
Let's go!
Who says summer is over? Before we welcome the rainy season, let us first stop by for a gulp of gallons of inspirations. Samahan nyo kami as we visit one of the pioneers in water refilling industry in the Philippines. At kilala rin bilang water franchising giant ang Aquabes kasama ang President and CEO na si Mr. Carson Tan. Dito lang yan sa SME Go, powered by Go Negosyo. Naalala kaya ni Mr. Carson Tan yung kanyang unang sabak sa pagnenegosyo?
Yung first business ko, ginagawa ko pala yung thesis ko nung nag-business ako. It's a fast food chain. It's not a chain, it's a fast food parang outlet dito sa may LRT Monumento. Ang pangalan nga niya is Nakagoto. Gotong-goto ko. So, uso pa yung mga ano noon, yung mga tapsilog, yung ang pinakasikat noon is Gouda.
Carson and a group of friends decided to enter the fledgling water refilling industry in the year 1996. The first store of water refilling was at Diliman, Quezon City called Best Life.
Ang natutunan ko doon, successful ako doon sa endeavor ko, kaya lang yung fast food chain na yun, di ba dikit-dikit sila? Sila nalugi Konti na lang kami kumikita, kaya eventually nagsarado din yung buong place. So sayang, so sabi ko, hindi lang pala yung iniisip ko yung ito lang. Pero pag yung buong place nagsarado, kasama ka pa rin kahit na kumikita ka. You know? So afterwards, sayang yung yung wala na naman akong capital to put up again another business. So nag-ahente ako. At the same time, nagkaroon ako ng small business. Nagtinayo ko yung tawag namin, Caterfield Packaging. Caterfield na nag-spin off siya, naging Cater World Packaging, no? So, very successful din yun. Naging successful siya in the sense na after mga 10 years, ang naging customer ko, McDonald's. So, I'm doing the packaging for mga nugget sauce, hamburger wrappers, mga chili sauce. May banana chili sauce pa dati. Hotcake syrup. So, ako nagsaserve doon. So, the business was so good until nagkaroon ng 1997, nauso na yung globalization. So, McDonald's tried to source from abroad with the purchasing main purchasing nila is Prosecco sa Singapore. So, to cut the story short, hindi na tayo naging competitive. Kahit ibigay ko ng cost, sinubukan ko na mag-submit ng cost, talo pa rin. Then yung ibang products naman, those are for the burger wrappers. Tapos yung ibang mga products naman, yung purchasing ng McDonald's decided to, kasi packaging lang kami. So kinukuha namin yung mga sauces from the California manufacturing. So sila yung gumagawa ng sauce, dinadala sa amin for packaging. So may handling. And nadodouble yung handling cost. So they convinced California Manufacturing to come up with their own packaging machine para hindi na dadaan. Kasi nauso na yung mga portion size. Di ba, before, siguro hindi pa kayo pinanganak, lahat in bottles, in big bottles. Nauso nung that time because of contamination of food, sachet. Portion pack. So, natanggal ako dun sa business na yon kasi nawala na yung mga customers ko. Major customer ko is McDo. Kentucky is one, pero nabili ng Ramcar, nag-change din ng It's a slow death. Hindi naman kaagad tinanggal sa'yo eh. No? It's a slow death. Isa-isang produkto nawawala eh. Isa. Oh, may mga, syempre, talagang gano'n. Ano? Pero nakikita mo doon na parang nandun na yung napirmahan na yung death certificate ng company ko. So, it's anytime talaga mawawala na.
Nakitaan niya ang magandang ideya ng pagbibenta ng safe drinking water, kaya naman naisipan niyang gawin itong negosyo.
Itong water, actually, hindi naman nag-umpisa sa akin eh. It was started by the late Dr. Albert Ching, no? So, sila yung nag-conceptualize, kasi meron ng ano no, that time is, ang pinakaunang water station is Agua Vida. Nandun sila sa mga gasoline stations. So, nung sinare sa akin yung concept, sabi niya, this will be the future. So, payag ako dun sa idea. Ibig sabihin, nagustuhan ko yung idea na water is the future. No? Para bang, kung merong contamination of food, kasi nasa food ako dati eh, darating ang time na contamination of water. At susunod, contamination of the air. So, agree ako dun sa papasukan namin business na water is also prone to contamination. So, although hindi, kasi that time, nasa packaging pa ako, nasa food packaging pa ako. So, I cannot be part of the management of the team. No? So, they manage the Aquabest, yung Aquabest. No? It started just a store. Wala pang franchising. So, okay naman. It turned out, they do a lot of demos. So, ang market namin, yung mga educational middle-class market, educated middle-class market. So, we were selling at 60 pesos, 70 pesos per container. Mataas pang presyo nun. So, maganda yung kita. Pero the investment, malaki. Mahal ang machine dati. Kasi talaga made in the USA. No? After a few years, to make the story short, na-bankrupt siya, and then I still believe in the water business. I wasn't willing to let go. Sabi ko, tama-tama, wala na yung packaging business ko. And they're not willing to go on kasi negative eh. Nalugi, no? So mismanage siya. May market pero mismanage. So I infused together with my family members, my siblings, saka ibang friends. We started again we revitalized again the company and started to jumpstart again the operations of Aquabest. But in 2005, because the business was doing very well sa franchising side, no, nag-spin off na yon, naging GQuest Global Quality Waters and Environmental Solution Technologies. Pero yung storya, maraming storya yun. In between those years, ang daming storya yun. Andun yung mga struggling years.
Ano kaya yung mga initial challenges na na-encounter ni Mr. Carson Tan?
Ito yung challenges cash flow. Yan lagi ang problema, yung cash flow. Kasi yung 1 million na in-infuse kong pera na hiniram ko pa sa mga, I pulled up the resources. Siyempre, ayaw ko mapahiya. Bankrupt na rin yung dating business ko. So, 1 million. Tapos, 850,000 needs to be paid out to the creditors, yung utang ng company. Kasi kung hindi ko babayaran, sila rin yung mga suppliers, they will not supply you again with your mga raw material, mga stocks, no? Mga consumable stocks. So, I have to communicate with them, no? Companies trying to revive again. So, we infuse money, but we cannot pay you all at once. So, can we pay you in tranches? Ganun. So, pumayag naman sila. As long as you're being honest with them, no? Sabi nga, I'm willing to pay you, but you cannot hold on to do not hold back our orders. Parang dapat tuloy-tuloy yung supply and then we'll pay you little by little. So, pumayag naman yung mga suppliers. So, cash flow. Kasi kung hindi, cash flow problem yon. 2 table lang doon. Isang secretary, ako lang yun nandun. It's how we operate. Merong existing na part-time manager tsaka isang part-time na operations manager. Because when I came into the picture, I don't know how the business should be operated. Alam ko lang yung store side na kaya ko mag-trading, ito yung kailangan, ito yung bili-bilin, yung management side. Pero anything about technical aspects, I don't know anything. So doon pumasok naman yung maraming franchise na nagano. Pero naloloko kami. Ibig sabihin na doon mo na yung mga dishonesty na may magsusumbong na ganito yung ginawa, na may mga illegal under the table deals, mga ganun. So, it came to a point na sabi ko, I need to study what is the water business all about. So, pinag-aralan ko yun. Kung ano yung kailangan, ano yung mga components, ganun. So, at least hindi ka maluloko. Kasi pag tatayo mo na yung franchise, yung mga machine, napaka-technical yan eh. Diba? Meron palang mga sizes yan, meron palang automatic, may manual, may capacity, merong US, may Taiwan, may China, ang dami. Dapat alam mo. So, masyadong mahaba kung ikukwento ko lahat. Pero, at the end of the day, ang ginawa ko, we have to come up with our own technical team. Dati, ina-outsource lang namin. Pag ina-outsource mo, nasusulot ka na. Pag ina-outsource mo, sabi mo, papa-install ko sa kanya, siya na rin ang bibili na. Sasabihin ng nagpapagawa lang sa amin na kayo next time dumirekta, di ba? Kasi what we have is the brand lang that time. Yung pinaka-technical partner ng original Aquabest, which is a Taiwanese, nag-give up na rin. So, I'm left with no choice but to source the technology or the technical skills elsewhere. But when I started to learn, I tried to question everything na. So, every detail.
It was June 1997 when Carson opened the first Aquabest in Quezon City. Way back then, it aimed to quench anyone's taste for pure and safe drinking water using state-of-the-art technology yet at a reasonable price.
Maganda naman maganda ang perception ng tao sa water. Kasi ang target market namin are talaga the educated middle class. So wala kaming problema doon, no? Wala kaming problema doon dahil sila yung naniniwala na talagang madumi yung tubig, saka hindi safe, no? So sila yung willing to pay because health is a primary concern for them. Talagang pinapakita na, pinoprove namin. So walang problema. Hindi naman namin market dati ang D and E, hindi yun ang market mo eh. Basta C. Wala pa kaming delivery vehicles before. People will come to your store and purchase water. Sila yung nakapila. No? Tapos afterwards nagiging competitive yung business. That's the time yung nag-deliver ka. No? Pero nung una, okay, we're doing good as a water store. Pero kung limited ng capital mo, you're only as good as your store. Kikita ng store mo siguro 1 month, 50,000, but that's as good as you are. But for you to grow, yun nga, franchising is the way to go, to expand. Nandun na yung brand name mo eh. So, nag-ano na kami ng franchising. Talagang nag-focus sa franchising, not on the store operations. It's a franchising. Why would a businessman would-be choose Aquabest? At unang-una, hindi ko alam paano ko i-present. I was not into a franchising industry. Pero we joined mga franchising associations, franchise exhibits. At the same time, yung presentation should be designed para magkaroon ng, kasi you're looking for franchisees, so you have to treat them like as partners na, why should I franchise pa yun? Do I get a support? Ano yung kailangan nila? Hindi yung tatayo lang ako, lalagyan kita ng makina, that's it. No. Ano ba ang kailangan ninyo? Ang fear namin is, baka pagkatapos itayo, iwanan mo na kami. So yung support, the support, marketing support, yung mga consumable support, technical support. So yun ang talagang isa-isa kong hanggang kung makikita mo dito, we are very, very much departmentalized. There's a customer care, and there's the marketing, there will be research and development, there will be accounting. So, and we are ISO compliant, so we have a document control center. So everything is documented. Yung support, no? Of course, we cannot give everything that they think of kasi meron kang franchisee makikita, pati yung pagkuha ng customer iaasa sa'yo. Sabi ko, that's your part. our advertising and marketing is on a national scale, no? Yun ang focus namin, paano siya makita on a national scale sa TV, sa mga ads, gano'n. But yung local marketing is your responsibility. We will help you with mga materials on how you do it, pero we cannot do it for you. Kahit naman ako, kunyari gusto ko mag-franchise ng spa. Wala akong alam eh. Saan ako kukuha ng mga masahista? Hindi ko naman alam kung paano mag-massage, di ba? I will rely on a brand na kilala na ng tao and yung support na galing sila. Pero pagdating sa local marketing, magbibigay ka ng flyers and how to let people know that you exist, siyempre ikaw nagagawa nun. Dito yung team ko dito, yung Mancom, tinatawag ko, every 6 months, sinasabi ko sa nila, there should be something new in your department. Whether it will add something new to the system, no? It's a people, process, and the product.
Go-negosyantes, may kwentong go-negosyo ka ba? Sa aming ika-10 taon, kayo naman ang bida. Share us your inspiring stories and let us know how Go-negosyo has become part of your success story. Chosen stories will be featured on our regular TV, radio programs, and the rest of our Go-negosyo media outlets. Send your story at kwentonggonegosyo@gmail.com. If you have any inquiries, you may call Go-negosyo at 637-9229. Thank you very much in advance. What are the services offered by the Negosyo Centers? DTI organized the functions mandated in Section 4 of RA 10644 into 4 different categories of services that should be available in all Negosyo Centers. Business registration, functions C, D, E, and G in RA 10644. Facilitate business registration through the Philippine Business Registry, including those for barangay micro-business enterprise registration, business name registration, business permit registration, with the goal of also processing other permits and licenses businesses need to acquire. Business advisory services, functions B, K, N, O, H, J, and S. Provide free one-on-one advisory services to MSMEs tailored according to their needs, including access to financing, market promotion, training and mentorship, and other business development services, investment facilitation, financial management. Business information and advocacy functions P, Q, A, I, L, and M provide access to information on markets, suppliers, buyers, government assistance programs, and other relevant information. Monitoring and evaluation functions F and R. Track the progress of MSMEs and their development. Matapos ang unos na pinagdaanan ng kumpanya, nagdesisyon si Carson na pamunuan ang Aquabest mula 2001 hanggang 2004. Kaya naman ang sumunod na taon, 2005, all his efforts for the company paid off. It was a great year for Aquabest. Ano-ano na kaya ang mga innovation na nagawa ng Aquabest?
Dito yung team ko dito, yung Mancom, tinatawag ko. Every 6 months, sinasabi ko sa nila, there should be something new in your department. Whether it will add something new to the system, no? It's a people, process, and the product. So whether something is new with the people, something is new with the process, and something is new with the product. So that's where you innovate, no? System, enhance people's skills, or at the same time, the product. So dun sa Aquabest, yung system namin, we try to innovate it in such a way na we have the latest technology. So ang water, pag pinadaan mo sa mga process ng water treatment, no, hindi nasisira, pero na-change, na-alter yung molecular structure niya. Kasi yung molecular clustering ng not the structure, the clustering, no, yung dami ng H2O na when they are clamped to each other, nagbabago kasi merong ano yan may para bang positive and negative thing, no? Para na ano siya na nagkakaroon ng ganun. So, nagiging big clump siya, no? So, ang ginagawa nung grander technology, which is why we say it should be orderly, binabalik niya sa original state yung molecular clustering ng water para magkaroon ng order, para yung absorption mo ng tubig mas suabe. Parang tinatawag nila soft, maging soft yung water. Karamihan ng mga water refilling station, meron sila yung tinatawag na reverse osmosis, yung ultrafiltration, no? It's a technology. Pero may mga water station nag-shortcut yun kasi yung pinakamahal na system eh. Yun ang pinaka-heart ng system. Yung reverse osmosis is a NASA technology. Since astronauts cannot bring so much water in space, they have to recycle their urine. And the only thing that can recycle your urine is reverse osmosis. Padaanin mo ng 100 filter yan. Kung hindi reverse osmosis yan, ihi pa rin ang iinumin mo. So, yun yung kailangan may reverse osmosis. Di ba? Kaya mas mahal ang reverse osmosis kaysa mineral water. Kasi mineral water, filtration ng sediment filtration lang, okay na. Tawag dyan, mineral water na. But reverse osmosis, it's pure water. Kaya tanggalin lahat ng salts, viruses, bacteria, lahat. Kasi yun ang pinakamataas na form of filtration. Yun na yung tinatawag naming nanotechnology. Nauso na yung mga alkaline, di ba? Yung alkaline, ano ba ang uses niyan? Maraming uses ang alkaline eh. Kasi right now, yung lifestyle natin kasi is acidic. Yung environment natin acidic. Yung pagkain natin, processed food, fast food. Lahat na lang dumaan sa apoy. Unlike mga Japanese, they eat it raw. Mga fruits nila, fresh. Kaya mayroon yung natural negative ions. Yung masama doon sa mga processed food, dahil kahit mga delata, ano na yan eh, wala nang negative ions yan. So pag kinain mo yan, unang-una, wala nang negative ions na nakakasira ng system mo pag sobrang positive yung wala siyang negative ions, no? Parang ano yan eh, ang illustration diyan, parang yung isang bakal, pag walang pintura, ano mangyayari? Yung air mag-a-attach sa bakal, magkakaroon ng oxidation. Mag-oxidize siya, so magkakaroon ng kalawang. Pero pag pininturahan mo, naproprotektahan siya. Ganun din ang nagagawa ng negative ions. So yung alkaline, nagbibigay siya ng negative ion. At the same time, it's not coincidentally. It is also alkaline, yung kanyang pinaka-state ng pag-measure mo yung alkalinity or acid. Alkaline yung state niya. So maganda rin sa tiyan mo, no, kung acidic ka. But of course, sasabihin ng iba, hindi, kailangan mo ng acids para matunaw yung kinakain mo. Tama. So hindi mo siya iinumin pag kumakain ka ng meal. Kailangan mo ng acids to digest. But in between meals, di ba, minsan nangangasim tayo, doon dapat uminom ka ng alkaline.
Aquabest uses most advanced water treatment system. Ginagamitan nila ito ng grander technology kung saan nagre-restructure ang mga water molecules to be a better water. It also uses state-of-the-art 28-stage filtration technology using reverse osmosis. Ano-ano naman kaya ang future plans ng Aquabest?
Yung mga water refilling station, saka parang feeling mo it's already nagplaplato na eh. Para bang, teka muna, meron pa bang lugar na tatayuan natin ng water station? But mind you, marami pa yung market, no? But actually, sa franchising, maaring yun na yung perception nila. Pero ang daming condominiums na walang water station sa laundry. Yung laundry, meron na kaming laundry kasi complement na yung dalawa eh, di ba? Parang water and laundry, both are service, So, maraming mga condominiums yan na they are, anong tawag doon, gold mines. Alam mo, marami kasing mga entrepreneurs would be, wala naman silang entrepreneur mindset. Ang mindset nila, gusto lang nilang yumaman. Pero hindi naman talaga, hindi sila willing dumaan dun sa mga rudiments of becoming an entrepreneur. Yung, willing ka ba magtrabaho ng 16 hours? Willing ka bang walang kinakain minsan for 1 month, wala kang sariling sweldo? So those are the questions you should face na, are you willing to go through mga ganon? Kasi ilan lang naman yung mga would-be entrepreneurs na pinanganak with a silver spoon. Nandiyan si Papa. I can be an entrepreneur overnight kasi merong capital. Pero yung mga limited capital na karamihan sa atin, every peso counts. 'Di ba? So hindi pag nagsugal ka, hindi lang naman yung pera, pati yung buhay mo, pati yung oras mo, lakas mo, pati girlfriend mo, pwede mawala. Kasi wala ka lang oras di ba? So, I would say, number 1, yung entrepreneurial mindset. Number 2, a lot would want to be entrepreneurs, but they don't wake up from their dreams. They keep on dreaming and dreaming. 10 years have passed, you're still dreaming, man. You have to wake up and act on your dreams. Di ba? Minsan, pasay na yung dream mo, wala na, tapos na. Alam mo, naisip ko yung idea na yan eh. Kaya lang may nakagawa eh. Naunahan ako. Lagi na lang bang ganun? Okay, kasi pag nag-business ka, try ito na small scale para yung mga overhead expenses mo, tsaka yung kung mag-fail ka man, small lang. May mga concepts kasi na para bang pwede mong gawing guinea pig lang eh. Diba? Meron kang, don't start big. Para bang, gagawin ko lang to as my, parang, I don't know, i-call it guinea pig or parang sample, trial. O, isang mall lang muna, ako lang muna. Titignan ko kung mag-work. Tapos calculated dapat yung risk mo. Pag ito yung benta nito, magkano ba lugi ko? Hindi yung pag nandun ka na, magkano yung upa dyan? 100,000. Tumalon ka. Tapos sabihin mo, after 3 months, hindi ka na makabayad. Kaya ka naman kasi may ganung woes. Kasi hindi mo pinag-aralan eh. Dapat pinag-aralan mo na, what if kaya ba masustain nung bulsa ko yung 6 months na operation na walang kita? And kailangan, magbibigay ka ng decision after 1 year ba? Pag hindi nag-work, that's it. Diba? Siguro na ba? After 1 year, di ba? Maraming hindi alam kung when to give up and when to still keep on pressing on. But I cannot judge them. Nasa kanilang conviction yun eh. Meron talagang minsan, di ba? I mean, when do you stop on the 500 error or just like Thomas Edison, he found out the right filament on the 1000th experiment. So, when is when? This is the time that prayer works. It's time to pray, Lord. Di ba? Yun yung sinasabi ko, hindi mo alam eh. When is the time na talagang biglang sisipa na? Kaya nga merong element ng prayer na the Lord will bless your work.
So basically, before we process the water from the raw tank, yan yung galing Nawasa or Maynilad water, it enters to the FRT. So ito yung pre-treatment process natin to eliminate the odor, the taste, and the color of the water.
What are the services offered by the Negosyo Centers? DTI organized the functions mandated in Section 4 of RA 10644 into 4 different categories of services that should be available in all Negosyo Centers. Business registration, functions C, D, E, and G in RA 10644. Facilitate business registration through the Philippine Business Registry, including those for barangay micro-business enterprise registration, business name registration, business permit registration, with the goal of also processing other permits and licenses businesses need to acquire. Business advisory services, functions B, K, N, O, H, J, and S. Provide free one-on-one advisory services to MSMEs tailored according to their needs, including access to financing, market promotion, training and mentorship, and other business development services. investment facilitation, financial management. Business Information and Advocacy Functions PQAILNM provide access to information on markets, suppliers, buyers, government assistance programs, and other relevant information. Monitoring and Evaluation Functions FNR track the progress of MSMEs and their development. Aquabest is the premier water franchising concept of Global Quality Waters and Environmental Solutions Technologies Incorporated. Aquabest is the only water treatment company that is ISO certified.
So basically, before we process the water from the raw tank, yan yung galing Nawasa or Maynilad water, it enters to the FRT. So ito yung pre-treatment process natin to eliminate the odor, the taste, and the color of the water. So after that, doon na tayo dumadaan sa heart of the system. So the heart of the system is the RO, which is the reverse osmosis. So it could filter up to 0.0001 micron, even much smaller than the hair particle. So ganun yung kaya niya i-filter. So if ever man may nakaligtas pa na particle na dumaan sa reverse osmosis, we have this filtration, post-treatment filtration, to further filter the water. It is also responsible for parang pinapalasan niya yung tubig because of the carbon block. And this one is the 1 micron filter, if ever man may makalusot. Then after that, meron tayong part of the post-treatment process is the ozonator to eliminate the microorganisms. And pag may nakaligtas, meron pa tayong tanwing. So only Aquabest uses the tanwing technology because unlike other UV technology, single wavelength lang yung UV. But here we use a dual wavelength. So mas effective yung sterilize ng water. After that, dun na tayo sa filling process. So by the way, before we go to the filling process, dumadaan na siya sa grander. So, which is one of the core technology of Aquabest.
So what do you call this again?
Grander.
Grander.
Yeah. It's responsible for mas pinapaliit niya yung water molecules for better absorption ng katawan, ng body cells natin.
So from that machine, from that tap,
Yeah.
all the way here to the grander,
Papunta dito.
down to the runner.
So, after ng peeling, dispatch na yun sa for deliveries.
So, sir, can you mention in average, usually how many bottles per the usual machine can produce?
Yeah. This one, our machine here is times 8 the capacity of the normal water filling station. So it can produce, of a normal production, 12,000 gallons per day. But it could produce as much as 24,000 gallons per day.
Pero yung the machine that franchise owner uses
It's only 3,000 gallons per day.
per day, so
Yes.
that can produce how many bottles per day?
That roughly around 200 to 250 containers. Of course, yung mga proper attires. So, number 1, yung hairnet para maiwasan natin yung yung pag-fall off ng hair mapunta sa tubig. Then face mask, of course, and the gloves, tapos scrub suit and the boots. Yun yung usually nire-recommend namin. Yun yung post namin to our retailers. Ang DOH minsan may spot check sila. So we don't want na ma-violate tayo. For those people who are interested to franchise the business, Aquabest, first, of course, you may visit our website at www.aquabest.com.ph, and you may call our hotline at 332-2222. And you may also visit our Facebook Aquabest Premium, and our Twitter account is I Love Aquabest, and also for our Instagram account. Unlike the food business, water is a commodity. So, lagi namin sinasabi sa mga investors namin na water is a lifetime business. So, hindi naman pwede yung tao na sabihin, bukas na ako iinom dahil nagtitipid ako ngayon. You could save on food, but you cannot save on water. And water is very important in each and every one of us. So, that's why we encourage everyone na if you really want a good business to invest into, we have Aquabest to give you as a franchise package. Our after-sales support, kasama na tagal-lalo yun sa franchise package. So, every month, we always make sure na mabisita yung mga franchisees for their concerns. Then, pag sa provincial, yun nga na pag provincial, every 3 months kami bumibisita. So, yun, na-appreciate naman ng mga franchisees yun at the same time, na tututukan namin kung ano yung mga concerns ng mga franchisees. This coming June 12 to 14, we have an exhibit in the Philippine Franchise Association at the SMX Hall. And this coming October, sa AFI, Association of Filipino Franchisers Inc. So, we'll be there. So, catch you dun sa World Trade Center pala yun. So, currently we have 500 stores nationwide and still growing. As far as Batanes, we're currently offering our franchise. Then, of course, all in the South region and in the North region, as long as na hindi magkakaroon ng conflict with other franchises, we're accepting franchises. There in Bicol, in Subic, of course, meron din kami. All the way to the north to south, we have Aquabest to cater the needs of our clients.
Okay, so businessman, hindi naman talaga ako parang si Bill Gates or si yung Lucio Tan, Ordinary businessman na just working, having a dream, working on that dream, and then the Lord na lang ang bahalang gumawa lahat.
What are the services offered by the negosyo centers? DTI organized the functions mandated in Section 4 of RA 10644 into 4 different categories of services that should be available in all negosyo centers. Business registration, functions C, D, E, and G in RA 10644. Facilitate business registration through the Philippine Business Registry, including those for barangay micro-business enterprise registration, business name registration, business permit registration, with the goal of also processing other permits and licenses businesses need to acquire. Business advisory services, functions B, K, N, O, H, J, and S. Provide free one-on-one advisory services to MSMEs tailored according to their needs, including access to financing, market promotion, training and mentorship, and other business development services, investment facilitation, financial management. Business information and advocacy functions P, Q, A, I, L, and M provide access to information on markets, suppliers, buyers, government assistance programs, and other relevant information. Monitoring and evaluation functions F and R. Track the progress of MSMEs and their development.
Okay, so businessman, hindi naman talaga ako parang si Bill Gates or si yung Lucio Tan, Ordinary businessman na just working, having a dream, working on that dream, and then the Lord na lang ang bahalang gumawa lahat, nag-bless, So as a father naman, regular dad, minsan nagagalit din sa mga anak, minsan masaya pagkasama sila. Minsan, ngayon malalaki na sila, nami-miss ko yung childhood days nila na how you wish it was yesterday. Kasi malalaki na sila, they have their own itinerary sa buhay. So, I would say na yung fatherhood ko hindi pa nakukomplete. Siguro kailangan bigyan nila ako ng apo para bumalik yung complete fatherhood. Minsan kasi masarap yung tinatawag ka lagi eh. But right now, they are more independent with their own lives. Hindi na sila tumatawag eh. Masasarap yung tinatawag ka pa eh. Parang you want to do something for them. Ngayon malalaki na sila, they're very independent. Well, in a way, they say, okay yun, independent na sila. Hindi na sila dependent sa'yo. Pero somehow, there's a part in a father na yearning for the fatherhood eh. Para bang masarap yung laging, oh anak, what can I do for you? Diba? Anak, are you okay? Ganon. So it's still relationship that all counts. It's not making your children successful in life. It's about how is the relationship at the end of the day. Well, as a Chinese, kasi we grew up from a Chinese family, hindi namin naisip na ganun eh. Para bang yung mindset talaga ng Chinese overseas, I'm talking about the overseas Chinese in the Philippines, na because this is not our mainland country, I mean, as far as my parents are concerned, parang feeling nila, oh, we need to strive hard. We need to be in the business. We cannot get a job because they're not graduates in colleges, So, parang inculcated na sa amin from the start when we are still children. Kasama kayo sa business. Oh, magbantay ka dyan sa tindahan. Okay, man the store, the grocery, So, kailangan. So, parang hindi naman sinasabi sa amin na, oh, maging businessman kayo. Pero somehow, by being there, by just manning the store, the grocery, we're already being trained. My mother is very, very vocal about yung inculcation niya na sinasabi niya lagi na don't rely too much on being an employee. So sabi niya walang yumaman na empleyado. Of course, there are exceptions to the rule, Pero sabi niya, you have to have your own business. So, nai-inculcate yun eh. Kasi as you grow up, parang nagkakaroon ng reality check eh. Nakikita mo nga, ba't itong empleyado, wala namang yumayaman eh. O yung mga businessman, sila yung mga nagkakakotse, sila yung mga yumayaman. So, somehow, yung words of wisdom ng mother ko, nakikita mo sa reality check. But, of course, may mga ibang trade-off. Sabi ko, pero sila masasaya eh. Pero yung mga businessman, parang hirap na hirap. Pero, at the end of a certain period, nakita mo na it paid off. So now is the time to make the choice. Para bang nasa sa'yo yun. What is your choice? You want to be in business? Or you want to be, gusto mo maggala-gala muna sa mundo, magpakasaya ka muna, be adventurous, and be happy first, and at the end of your life, you suffer. So parang ganun. What is funny is my mom would always expose me like, meron kami mga, kasi may grocery kami, sabi niya, itong ball pen, try to sell it sa school. Tapos, matutuwa ako noon. I'll show to my classmates, this ball pen is being sold at 40 centavos. Ganun lang kamura dati, 40 cents. No? Sabi niya, tapos mabibenta. Everybody would like to have. Kasi maganda yung ball pen ko, yung para bang push button na, tapos may magic, something like that. So, pag may reward, parang may sense of achievement na, uy, sarap ng feeling na kumikita ka. Ganun. Siyempre, pagbalik mo sa mother mo nung cost, uy, kumita ako. Diba? Sarap ng feeling, gano'n. So, may impact sa akin yon. So, my mom, malaki ang impact ng na-inculcate na values regarding money, no? You have to spend it wisely, be prudent with the money that you have, save on your money. So, yung mga tungkol about sa value of money, nakuha ko sa mother ko.
Paniniwala ni Carson, if an entrepreneur has a plan or a dream and commits this to God and works hard on achieving it, this will eventually lead to success. Paano naman kayo nababalansin ni Mr. Carson Tan ang kanyang business at personal life?
Right now, mas hindi na stressful yung, right now medyo stable na yung business, no? So, half day, I spend it for my personal, a half day I spend it for business. So, I come to work at 1 p.m. So, morning, ano ba ginagawa ko? I jog, you jog, but hindi talaga jogging, but it's more of a casual jog and walk with some friends, not business friends, but yung mga friends dun sa village, same village, So, tapos we do go to coffee shop to have our breakfast, and then we spend a couple of hours just chit-chatting, social life ko. Tapos sometimes on the weekends, some would offer, let's go to their farm or whatever place that we want to go, but it's not really regular on a weekly basis, And sometimes we when they celebrate the birthdays, we're invited. So that's how I spend my personal life. Every day, half day, medyo free, If I have some free time, that's the time where I spend my time with God, my morning devotion with God. Siyempre, I read we call it morning revival, So it's may mga Bible verses for the day and some insights on the Bible verse. And then at the same time, I answer my mga emails, if I have time. After the morning walk, I answer those emails. Habang nagpapahinga, tapos maliligo na ako afterwards. Persistence. Kasi merong time na hindi lang naman yung pagpunta mo, panalo ka kagad o success ka agad, di ba? You'll meet a lot of failures after many failures. And then, yung plan mo hindi naman laging the way it should be. And then, you tweak, you change, you develop, you improve. So, you keep on persisting until you succeed, There'll be little improvements in your in those goals that you want to achieve. Yung closest talaga sa heart ko. Marami kaming advocacy na ginagawa, but it's more of the rainforestation together with Haribon. We do tree planting every year.
He also believes in not just jumping on the bandwagon, kundi pagiging urig at sa pagtitweak ng mga ideas to give the market better with innovative products.
Yung closest talaga sa heart ko. Marami kaming advocacy na ginagawa, but it's more of the rainforestation together with Haribon. We do tree planting every year, But it's not just about tree planting, it's about ecological balance, kasi if you plant trees, we don't plant trees. Of course, meron din namang value if you plant trees in your backyard, but yung rainforestation, yung mga denuded forest, if you plant trees there, may kakaroon ng ecological balance. Like, you give habitat to mga local mga animals, local species, even the insects, even the birds, no? So aside, of course, the carbon, we're talking about the carbon footprint, no? Yung ginagawa ng tao is merong tinatawag na carbon exchange, no? So of course, the trees gives out oxygen and takes in carbon dioxide. And at the same time, it helps on the global warming, no? Yung mga alam natin nagbibigay ng shed yung trees, no? Taka, since carbon dioxide, again, repetitious ako, so yung carbon dioxide, yung pala nag-help na ng against global warming if you take in carbon dioxide. What I mean is, yung watershed pala na nagagawa ng mga trees. Kasi pag denuded ng forest, there will be landslides. So because yung mga trees, they serve as like sponges. So when they absorb the rainfall, they release it, parang time release yan na hindi kaagad. Kaya may mga spring water, no? So ibig sabihin, unti-unting nare-release ng mga trees yung mga water na na-absorb niya during rainfall. Pero kung wala kasing trees, soil erosion tayo. So very, very important ang planting trees. And why is it near? Kasi it's relevant to our business eh. That's where we get the source of water, no? Kung walang mga watershed, walang mga dams. Walang tubig ng mga dams. Tapos ang tubig natin, alam natin galing sa dam. No? So we have to protect. We also need to have yung napansin ko, because of these water deliveries, dumami yung mga delivery, di ba? Everywhere, nagpa-water delivery, di nakadagdag sa traffic, nakadagdag pa sa pollution. So, kailangan talaga, we need to plant trees.
Ano kaya ang best sa buhay ni Mr. Carson Tan bilang isang negosyante?
Ang pinakamasarap na nabibigay ng businessman if you achieve your time and financial freedom. Di ba? You may have so much money, but if you don't have time to spend the money, para bang everyday, nagtatrabaho ko pa rin hanggang mamatay. So, what's the point, di ba? If you have the time freedom and the financial freedom, I can ask you, why don't you come with me and let's go to Europe tomorrow? Diba? Ang ganda, no? And I mean, of course, mas maganda kung sasabihin mo sa anak mo, sa family mo. Which you can see from a lot of families. They can go to Europe, diba? They can just leave their business because it's well organized, well delegated. There's a system that's going on. Diba? So I believe the best part of being an entrepreneur is when you achieve that time and financial freedom for yourself and for your family. Yung life mantra, alam mo, nung bata pa ako, when I was young, iba yung mindset ko. Mindset ko yung nabasa ko sa libro, yung I'm the captain of my soul and the master of my own fate. No? Ganun eh. Pero as you mature in life, it changes eh. No? So, hindi na. Tinalikuran ko na yon. Medyo more on Bible verses na ako. So, I would like to share the Proverbs 3:5-7, mga ganun. Trust in the Lord your God with all your life and do not lean on your own understanding, di ba? Parang ganon. Tapos, in all your ways, acknowledge Him. Somehow, parang ganon. Parang ganon yun. So, sabihin, in any endeavor, you have to trust the Lord. Do what is good and then do not lean on your own understanding. Always ask for His wisdom. Kasi may mga ginawa ko in the past na yung feeling ko, I'm the master of my own fate, the captain. Okay, sige. After achieving those successes, biglang isang event lang. Biglang nag-crash lahat yun. Back to zero ako. So sabi ko, ganun lang pala, one event in life. And all that, lahat ng pinaghirapan mo, ground zero. So nung nag-ground zero ako, I tried to evaluate my life and I found out na where is God in my business? Parang that time is, although Christian na ako, parang, oh God, there, on the Lord's Day, I will give you my worship, I'll give you my tithes and everything. But the first 6 days, well, it's my time and it's how I do my business. So, somehow, yun ang mali. So, when I came upon the Proverbs 3:5-7, doon medyo nag-isip ako na I'm just doing it on my own. Where's God in my life? Diba? Most of the time, I'm in my business. No? So, if God must be a part in your life, He must also be part in your business. Because business is also a part of your life. Part of my life.
Go Negosyantes, maraming salamat po sa pagsama nyo sa amin ngayong araw na ito. Sana'y nakapulot kayo ng inspirasyon at practical business tips na makakatulong sa paglago ng inyong pagnenegosyo. Again, remember, success is no shortcuts. But if you have your own sets of principle, definitely you can achieve it. Kaya't mangarap, magsikap at magsimula na. See you again next week. Ako po si Michelangelo at ito ang SME Go powered by Go Negosyo.
Let's go, kinabukasan ay gawin nating makulay. Sama-sama na tayo sa tagumpay. Pilipinas ngayon na ang oras. Tayo'y umasenso na. Let's go, Pinoy. Tara magnegosyo na. Let's go, Pinoy. Kung sa business kayo ay may success, kung ang ideya nyo'y truly the best, kung hanap ninyo ay isang kasosyo, let's go, let's go, let's go, negosyo. Go, 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 negosyo. Pilipinas now is our time. Go, 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 negosyo. Kailangan lang ay positibo sa buhay, maging malikhain sa lahat ng bagay. Pilipinas now is our time. Halina't subukan na. Let's go, Pinoy. Bansay aasenso na. Let's go, Pinoy. Kung sa business kayo ay may success,